Quit smoking and take control of your nicotine addiction with SmarterLinking. What you need to understand that everything we do is a process of linking. So the mind works by linking information, what we do with our bodies, how we connect with the world, how we connect with people around us, our food, our drink, and also our addictions, our drugs, our chemicals that we take in, whether it be nicotine, caffeine, or any of the other drugs that we take. Now, if you have an addiction to alcohol or to caffeine or nicotine, having a better understanding about how that chemical is affecting you comes about by education. So watch videos, learn as much as you can about the subject, find out what benefits you think you're getting from smoking, from nicotine, and realize that there's consequences that are going to affect you long-term health, finance, many others as well. But what you need to do, that's why I call it smarter linking. So if everything we do is a process of linking, how we're linking pleasure to that nicotine fix is the reason why people smoke. And it can be because they do it, they like the social situation where they'll smoke at a party, or they like the buzz that they get. It wakes them up in the morning. It gives them a bit of energy if they're a little bit stressed at work. It sort of awakens the senses, and it's a stimulant. So it turns the mind on and helps people to think a little bit faster, a little bit clearer. The problem is, because it's an addiction and addictive, it means that people keep reaching for it to maintain that high. So it's an artificial high. It's being stimulated, and the consequences of that means you'll start coming down feeling low, and your brain will be drawn towards getting some more of that chemical, that nicotine. So the key really is to have an understanding about what you're linking to nicotine, to smoking, that is the reason why you do smoke. Now, obviously, if you learned it when you were younger, you started smoking with friends in a peer group, there is association with pleasure that comes from smoking, it comes from nicotine. It makes you feel like you're tough, or you're in control, or you are taking control of a situation, that you're an adult and you can do whatever you want, doesn't matter what anybody says. But if you really look at it, just focus on the 5 things that you think you're getting a benefit from, but realize that the exact same 5 things have negative consequences. It just depends on how you look at them. So realistically, the consequences of smoking long term, obviously the health consequences, the number one thing that you need to be thinking about, the cancer, so many parts of the body, emphysema, how it can cause blood clots, and down the track it can even you can be looking at amputations. You've got to look at the cost factor. If you're spending $100 a week on cigarettes or tobacco, you're going to find that over time, that's going to, if that's $5,000 a year, add that up over 10 years, including what you could have been doing, investing that money, and it's costing you over $100,000 in 10 years' time smoking. Plus, these days you're going to be alienated. You're not allowed to smoke in indoor work areas, in restaurants, anywhere you go out. People don't like the smell. And you physically do look like you're not as healthy. Smokers tend to have, brown teeth, bad skin. They look like they're unhealthy, and basically because they are living an unhealthy lifestyle. So with that in mind, what are the benefits? And if it's just because you're getting that bit of a buzz, there are many ways to do that. To get that stimulation, it can come from healthy ways. Deep breaths, exercise, go for a quick walk around the block. If you want to reach for caffeine through coffee, it's probably a better, healthier way to get that stimulant. But if you still want to think about reasons why you should stop smoking, start linking the pain that is going to be caused long term. If you're not around in the future, you won't be there to see your grandchildren. You won't be there to enjoy the time longer with your own children, with your own family, as well as you won't have the money to be able to do the things that you want to do. So this smarter linking is basically realizing that it's up to you to determine how much pain and pleasure you link to anything in your life, whether we're talking fitness, health, your diet, exercise, like drugs, overspending, addicted to watching video games, whatever it is. Addictions basically mean you've lost control of a certain situation, and your behavioral patterns have been conditioned so that you need that item, you have that product, that situation you've become addicted to. So learning to take control of any addiction basically means learning how to control and master the way you're linking everything in your life. If you focus on improving one part of your life, it flows through to every other part. And the best way to eliminate a bad habit is to replace it, because it's going to make it easier to not think about that situation. So if you are trying to quit smoking, just start. The first thing you need to do is realize that the best reason why to stop smoking is for your health. So if you find that you've been a smoker for the last 5 or 10 years, the best thing that you can start doing is just start exercising, going for walks, small walks. Whenever you feel like reaching for a cigarette, do something a bit more active. Get the blood flowing, take the deep breaths. Once you turn your metabolism on, you also turn on your brain activity. You increase the metabolism. That means more blood to the brain. You start thinking faster, sharper, clearer, and smarter. It's all linked. So if you want to learn how this linking power, this smarter linking concept can improve every area of your life, check out some of my videos on YouTube. In the description of my YouTube videos are 15 videos that can help you to improve your memory, have a better understanding about your emotions, take control of your thinking. It's all about developing your own linking power and how that flows through to your relationships, your finances, your health, and your happiness. Like I said, everything's linked. And once you start taking control and focus on your own mind and body, you can start looking at doing something online, whether you want to invest or trade or start a business online, learn how to sell things on eBay or Amazon. Again, it's all linking. This linking concept is new, it's original, nobody else is teaching it. But once you start mastering the way you're linking every area of your life will never be the same.